What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. Guys, in today's video, I have a tutorial, playthrough, and review of the game Gamma Guild by Goblin Hour Games. So some of you guys may be familiar with this little mint tin game right here, Cursed. This was also created by Goblin Hour Games, and they are back once again with another solo player mint tin game in the form of Gamma Guild. As you can see, it's got the little Goblin Hour Games logo on the back. It's a one-player game. Takes about 8 to 15 minutes to play, and the little synopsis on the back of the tin says, as the guild master of the Gamma Guild, your reputation has taken a hit due to a misunderstanding involving your guild at the capital. The Alliance threatens to revoke your guild status unless you complete 12 quests in 12 days, a task many deem impossible. Rally your guild members, prioritize quests based on their strengths, and utilize your guild perks to save your guild from dissolution. Good stuff. So there we go, guys. As mentioned, it's a single player game. It only takes about 8 to 15 minutes to play. It's very, very quick. So the tin here, as you can see, is completely empty. All of the contents are right here on the table. It just comes with cards. So there are no dice and no other little components, and everything fits perfectly in the tin. Okay, so I've got mine sleeved up here. I get questions about the sleeves. I'm using Sleeve King's 56mm by 87mm sleeves, so those will fit on these cards if you're interested in that. But we're going to get right into how to play Gamma Guild. So guys, first of all, you're going to get these little cards right here. You get 3 of these double-sided rule cards. All of the rules fit right here. It's very, very simple. And then the rest of the cards, you get this one card right here. This is a guild perk mission card. That shows on the front, and it's got a little bit more rules on the back of this card here. And then over here, this is the guild deck. So you've got all of these cards right here that make up the guild deck. On one half of the guild deck, you're going to have guild recruits that you're going to be recruiting, and we'll go over their stats and stuff here soon. And then on the flip side, you're going to have different perks that you can use. All kinds of different perks here. They almost serve sort of like the loot in Cursed, if you're familiar with that. Sort of like a similar mechanic there. So we've got that is the guild deck, and then we have the quest deck here. So you get 24 of these quest cards, and these are the quests that you're going to be going on, that you're going to be sending your guild recruits on in order to complete the game. So there's a bunch of these different quests here, and we'll go over those soon too. There we go. So that's it. That is the contents of the game. It's not a whole lot to keep up with, which is fantastic. It's very, very easy to pick up, super easy to learn. So we're going to get into a little playthrough, and I'll teach you the ropes as we go. So let's go ahead and set the tin and the rule cards off to the side, and we're going to get the game set up and ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take this guild perk mission card and set it over this way, sort of up to the top right of the play area like this. We'll take our guild deck and set it down this way for now. Now we'll take the quest deck and give it a mix, shuffle it up, and we're going to make a 4x3 grid out on the play area of quests. I'll show you how that works. So we're going to go 4 across like this, and we'll put them face down. And then we'll do another row, 4 across, face down. And then on the final third row, we're going to put them face up like so. Here we go. So you've got a 4x3 grid here, and the final row is all face up. And then you're left with 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'll take these remaining 12 quest cards, flip them upside down so that you have the sundial on the top, and you'll set them over this way, and this is going to be the day counter. You have 12 days in the game to complete all of the 12 quests that are out on the board. If you manage to do so, you win the game. If you manage not to do so, and you can't complete all the quests within the 12 days, you lose the game. Pretty simple. Okay, and then the rest of the deck or the rest of the cards in this deck over here, this is our guild deck. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shuffle as well. This is going to be the deck that you're pulling your recruits from in order to send them on these quests. And as mentioned earlier, it's also going to be the cards that you use for your perks, which are basically like special abilities that you can use during your turns. So I'll get these nice and mixed up. First thing you're going to want to do is take the top card of the guild deck, flip it over, and then flip it upside down. And that's going to be your starting perk. You're always going to start the game with one random perk. In this case, we got Guild Healer Gorp. It says, pull any guild member of your choice from the exhaust pile to your current hand. So we'll go ahead and set that over this way. That will be our perk slot over here. And you could have as many perks as you want. And then the rest of the cards will get set off to the side over here underneath the perks. There you go. That is the setup for the game. Over here is going to be a discard pile for your guild cards. So the first thing you're going to want to do on your turn is take the top card of the day counter and set it to the side like so. So we're on the first day here. And then we're going to take 4 cards from the guild deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are going to be our recruits for this turn, so we can send them on quests. Now, there are some little icons and numbers on each of these cards that we'll go over. So for the quests, you'll notice they have a number up in the top left corner of each quest. That is the number that needs to be reached in order for you to complete the quest. So you're going to be sending your recruits on these quests, and you're going to need to equal that number or exceed it in order to complete the quest. That is the main objective there. So that's basically the level requirement. So you can see here on each of our recruits down here, they have a number, and that's their level, and that's going to add up to complete quests. So for instance, if we were to put Nora over here on this shifting labyrinth, since she has 4, and that's 10, we would need 6 more at least in order to complete the quest. Pretty simple. The other thing you'll notice is that there's a little colored symbol on some of the cards here. So if it's a blue book, that's for intellect. If it's got the green foot, it's for agility. And some of them will have a red fist like this one for strength. And some quests will have nothing right there. As you can see, some of them will be completely blank. That is called the lead type. That is what that symbol is the lead type. So you need to have more of your recruits with that lead type on that particular quest in order to complete it. For instance, if we were to have, let's say, Ragnar, Nora, and Alara over here, this equals 10. We've got 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So we've met the level requirement, but since the lead type is the intellect, the blue book, we need more of our recruits to have that lead type. And since we have 2 strength and 1 intellect, that's not enough. We would actually need 2 strength. Or I'm sorry, we'd actually need 2 intellect and 1 strength in this case, or one of the other type, the agility, in order to complete this quest. But we can't because we don't have enough. So it's going to be sort of like a mini game in itself, trying to set up all of your recruits in the right order and plan ahead, because you're not always going to be able to knock out quests in a single turn like that. The other thing you'll notice is that these quests have some special text on them, as well as really cool names like the Shifting Labyrinth or the Rare Ore Extraction. They have some special effects on them, and these are going to sometimes interact with one another and really spice up the gameplay. So you're going to want to read through all of those before you start. So let's check those out. On the Shifting Labyrinth, it says, on completion of any other quest, you exhaust all guild members assigned to this quest. So if we were to have any guild members assigned to this quest and we complete another one before completing this one, all the guild members assigned to this quest would get exhausted to the discard pile over here. So we're probably not going to want to send anybody on that one just yet, unless we know that we can complete it in 1 turn. Then we've got the Rare Ore Extraction. You must resolve this quest in 1 turn. Do not send guild members here alone. So you have to do this one in 1 turn, which is pretty gnarly. Over here for the Gnome Gamble, as you can see, it's got an X up here for the level requirement. And it says, you must complete this quest with a 4-card straight using the guild members' levels. Example, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 1, 2, 3. Pretty self-explanatory there. And then the final one that we have over here is the Perplexing Pylon. It says, add +3 to this quest's level for each other intelligence quest currently active. So there's 1 other intelligence quest currently active over here with the Shifting Labyrinth. So that adds +3 to this quest level. So it goes up from 8 to 11. So we would actually need 11 or more in order to complete that quest. So you can see how some of these quest perks, or some of these quest traits rather, will affect other cards or have other cards affect them, which is really neat. And there's so many different quests that every time you play the game, you're going to get different ones, since you're only using half of them and the other half are being used to track which day you're on. So it's going to be very variable and dynamic every time you play. Really, really cool stuff. Lots of replayability. Okay, so we went over the level requirements and the lead types here. We went over the power levels here, the level of each of your recruits and how they pertain to the level requirement on the quest, and then also their lead types as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to go ahead and play through the game here. So let's see, what do we want to do first? Because I figured this will probably be the best for you guys too, if you can actually kind of see the game in action. You pretty much know the basics of the game now. There's not a lot of rules, and that is excellent. The game is very elegant in its design. It's very, very easy to teach someone and learn, and it is super, super fun to play. So let's go ahead and get into it. This one here, I really want to do it, but we can't do it. The reason we can't do this one is because it does say you must resolve this quest in 1 turn. Do not send any guild members here alone. So it's like I could put Harrison here as a 4 and then send either Alara or Ragnar there for the other 3. But then we would have 1 of each lead type, and I need to have the majority of the recruits on this quest be the agility lead type with the green. And if it was 1 and 1, well then there's no majority there. I would need 2 greens over the other color. So can't do that. Let's see what else we want to do here. We could start going after the shifting labyrinth, maybe. It's kind of sketchy to send people there, but we could maybe do that. There's also another thing that's going to come into play here too with the guild perk mission that I'll explain in just a moment. I think I want to send... This is tricky. This is a tricky little row of quests here, guys. Let's go ahead and send... let's send Harrison over this way, and we'll send Ragnar over this way as well. So we've got 7 over here on this quest currently. If we get another blue one, hopefully we can complete that one. And then I guess we'll send... Let's just go ahead and send Nora over this way to the perplexing pylon. And then we're gonna use this final one, Alara, to send her to the guild perk mission. So you can take any number of your recruits and you can send them over here to this guild perk mission, and you do so by just placing them under here under the guild perk mission. Once you have 3 recruits under the guild perk mission, you have completed the guild perk mission, and you get to take one of those 3 cards, flip them upside down to their perk side, and add that to your perks over here to use at any point in the game. And keep in mind, you can use your perks at any point during your turn. So that's how you gain perks, is by sending 3 of your recruits to the guild perk mission. Cool. Okay, so that is it. That was 1 full turn. We ticked down the day counter by 1 by discarding a card from the day counter. We drew 4 recruits. We played our recruits by sending them out on 2 quests and sent them to the guild perk mission. And we decided not to use our perk for that day there. So that is the end of that day. So now we move into day number 2. So you just repeat the process. You take the next quest card from the top of the day counter, you set it down, and then we're going to draw 4 new recruits and see who we get here. Okay, so we got a bunch of 1s and 2s right here. We didn't get any blues. I was hoping we'd get a blue 3 to finish off the shifting labyrinth. We have to keep in mind too that on completion of any other quest, you exhaust all guild members assigned to this quest, so we really want to complete that one first. I suppose what we could do is send... Maybe let's send... Since we need a straight here on the Gnome Gamble, we're going to send Rurik here as a 1, and then Rowan as a 2, and then we need 3, 4. And I'm going to send these other 2 recruits to the guild perk mission over this way. So now we have 3 recruits in the guild perk mission, and now we can take one of these and add them to our perk pile over there. So we got the Lucky Scrimp Finger, Energy Elixirs, and the Mercenary Hire. The Lucky Scrimp Finger says it grants a guild member +1 to their level and makes their type count twice. The Energy Elixir says pull 2 random guild members from the exhaust pile for your current hand. And the Mercenary Hire says send on a quest like a regular guild member with a level of 3. It has no type. Ooh, that's pretty good. Send on a quest like a regular guild member with a level of 3, it has no type. That's pretty cool. I think I want that. I think I want the Mercenary Hire. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our perks over this way. And then these 2 cards will get discarded over this way to this discard pile. And they are exhausted. Okay, cool. That was the end of our turn. We're going to go ahead and count down the next day and continue. So we're going to draw 4 more recruits and see what we got here. Okay. Still didn't get that 3 for over there. This is kind of sketchy. We did get a 3 here, so I think I'm going to put this 3 right here on the Gnome Gamble. So we just need a 4 now for that one. I guess maybe we could we'll send Celine over here to this quest since it's an intellect quest and we need some intellect recruits to get sent on that quest to meet the lead type requirement. And then with the last 2, I think I might just send them to the guild perk mission. Yeah, I'm going to send them over here to the guild perk mission. So we just need 1 more for the guild perk mission. Okay, this is a rough game so far, guys. I'll say straight out the gate, I've played several games of Gamma Guild. This is a pretty rough one so far. So let's go ahead and spend another day counter here. We're moving into our next day. We haven't completed a single quest yet. Not looking great. Okay, cool. So we got 4 new recruits. Check this out. We got Fiora here. She is an intellect type character and her number here is 3. That's her level. So we're going to send her here on this shifting labyrinth quest. And so we've got 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10. So we've met the level requirement. And we have 2 intellect lead type explorers here that are going on this quest, or recruits rather. So we've met the lead type. We have the majority of our recruits have the required lead type here. So we've completed the quest. So what happens is we're going to take these recruit cards over here and we're going to send them to the discard pile. And then this card gets discarded immediately. So of course it says on completion of any other quest, you exhaust all guild members assigned to this quest. We haven't completed any other one because we were focusing on this one. So this is going to go over here in the discard pile. And then you immediately flip over the next quest underneath it. And this one is called Bounty Hunt. So it has a level requirement of 8 and a lead type, which is the green foot, which is agility. And it says you may not use guild perks on any quest. Oh man. So we can't use these guild perks to target any of those quests. We need to get rid of that card. We really need to get rid of that card. So let's see what other recruits we have in our hand. I'm noticing right out the gate, we've got Morwen here, and she is a level 3 agility type. So we're going to send her on that quest. I think I'm also going to send Gideon over this way to the perplexing pylon. And it's worth noting now that we've completed that other quest, it was an intellect type, perplexing pylon is no longer getting the +3 to its level now because there aren't any other intellect type quests in play. So now its level requirement is back down to 8, and we've got 4, 6, 8 right here. And we've got 2 of the lead types here are intellect, and that is exactly what we need in order to complete this quest. The majority of our recruits have the lead type that is equal to the one printed here on this quest. So we've completed the quest. So these characters will go over here. We have completed this. We get to place this card over here in the discard pile, and then we'll flip the next one over and see what we have here. Got Hungry Giant. Add +2 to this quest level for each quest above it. Okay, there's 1 quest above it here, so it's going to get +2 to its level and go up to 11, and it is a strength lead type here. So we need to send the majority of our recruits need to be strength type. Okay, we're going to take this last recruit here, and I'm going to send him to the guild perk mission. And now that we've got 3, we get another perk. So let's go ahead and check these out. We've got the Elder Magi Skull Relic. This is my favorite perk in the game. It says it nullifies a single quest trait and removes its lead type requirement. So it basically nullifies the trait, which is the text, its special text ability, which is called its trait. It nullifies it completely, and it removes its lead type requirement. So it basically just cuts the quest down to a level requirement, and that is it. Very, very powerful. There's also this card. It's called This Again. Lower a quest's required level by 3. Very cool. And then finally, the Field Camp Kit. Keep a single guild member from a resolved quest with your perks for use later. So it's like if you complete a quest, you can keep one of those guild members with your perks, and you can actually use them later on another quest. I'm going to go with the Elder Magi Skull Relic. That is my favorite perk in the game. So we're going to go ahead and put that over there. And then these other 2 will get discarded over this way, and that is it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and count down another day, and we're going to drop 4 new recruits. Hopefully by this point, you guys see how the game flows. This is it. This is Gamma Guild, guys. Very, very solid, super easy to learn and pick up, and extremely fun to play. Okay, cool. This is pretty funny. We pulled Laney. So Laney's pretty funny. He's got 0 level. He doesn't have any level, so he really can't go on quests. And if you look at his perk, it's called Encouragement Gesture. Does nothing. A nice crisp thumbs up from Laney. So that's pretty cool. So he's perfect to send on a guild perk mission to meet that three recruit requirement for the guild perk over there. Cool. And then we've got Nash right here. I love him, dude. He's like a shark with a sword. So cool. So Nash is a strength type, and he's got level 4. So I think we're going to send him over this way on this Hungry Giant quest. And then we really need to get rid of this bounty hunt, but we can't do it just yet. So I guess we're going to use Ellie Jane since she is a level 4. We're going to send her here on the Gnome Gamble. And remember, it says you must complete this quest with a 4-card straight. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have completed the quest. These recruits will go over here in the discard pile. We've completed the Gnome Gamble. It'll get discarded, and then we'll flip over the next quest underneath it. And it is the Underground Cult. Add +1 level to all active quests. This is a perfect example that you could see how some of these quests will interact with the other quests that are already in play. So it's adding +1 level requirement to all of the quests that are in play. So the bounty hunt goes from 8 to 9, rare ore extraction goes from 7 to 8, and the Hungry Giant goes from 9 up to 10, plus the 2 for the quest that's above it, so it's at 12 now. Then finally, we've got Yara over here. You know what? I think I'm actually going to send Yara on the Underground Cult quest because she has a intellect type, lead type here, and we're going to need those in order to complete that quest, so I'm going to send her there. Okay, we're going to move to the next day. We're going to go ahead and draw up 4 and see what we've got here. Okay, this is great. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send Katie. She is a level 4 agility type over here on this bounty hunt quest. And then we're also going to send Talia on that same quest. And she is a level 1 agility type. So we've got 1 + 4 is 5, + 3 is 8. They're all agility type. We have met the level requirement and the lead type. We can get rid of this bounty hunt right here, which was preventing us from using any of our perks on other quests. So now that that is gone, we can use some of our perks. So let's discard it over this way. Flip the next quest underneath it, and it is Rescue Mission. It is an agility, and it's an agility type rather, and it says it's got X up here for the level requirement. X equals 13 minus the number of days left. Okay, so let's see how many days we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days left. So that means that this number is 7, and it's actually 8 because it's getting buffed by the Underground Cult. So this is actually at 8 right now, and it's going to go up by 1 every time a day goes by. So we're going to want to get rid of that pretty quickly. Let's see here. You know what? You know what I think I might do? Do I want to use Elder Magi Skull Relic? No, I don't think I actually want to use it just yet. So I think what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use the Guild Healer Gorp right here. And it says that you could pull any guild member of your choice from the exhaust pile to your current hand. So let's go ahead and look through the exhaust pile, and we could pull any guild member to our current hand. I'm going to want somebody with 4. I think I want intellect type. So I'm going to grab Ellie Jane and add her to our current hand. I'm going to send her on... Ooh, actually, do I want her? No, I don't want her. I want an agility type. Let's see. We want Harrison. Okay, so we're going to send Harrison over this way. We're also going to discard this card. That was the Guild Healer Gorp perk that we just used. We're going to send Harrison over here on this rescue mission quest. Then I'm going to send Graham here on the Underground Cult. And I'm also going to send Draven on the Underground Cult mission. So we've got 2 + 4 is 6, +1 is 7. We have met the requirement, and it says add +1 level to all active quests. I wonder if that actually adds 1 to this one also. You know what? It probably does because it's an active quest. So instead of sending Draven there, we're going to send our mercenary hire there. Send on a quest like a regular guild member with a level of 3, and it has no type. So I'm going to go ahead and send him there. So now we've got 3 + 4 is 7, +1 is 8. So now we've met the requirement, and we've got the intellect lead type is the highest amongst all of our recruits, and that's exactly what we need in order to complete that quest. So we've completed the Underground Cult quest. We'll take our 3 recruit cards, put them in the exhaust pile, discard this one over here, and flip over the last quest in that column. And it is Hydra Havoc. On completion, send one guild member from this quest to the perk mission. So when we complete this, we could take one of the guild members that was on that quest and send them straight to the perk mission over there with our boy Laney. Cool. Okay, and then we've got Draven left over. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and just send him over here on this rescue mission and start stacking up our agility type, since that's the lead type that we need for that quest. Cool. Okay, that was it. So we're moving into the next day. We're going to move down the day counter like so. That means that the rescue mission is going to cost one more now. And since our deck has been exhausted fully, you take the cards, shuffle them up, and you form a new draw pile with the guild deck. So we'll get these all nice and mixed up. And then we're going to draw up our 4 guild members for the day and continue on completing quests. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got a bunch of agility ones. Wow, nice. Okay, so this is x equals 13 minus the number of days left. So I think we have 5 days left now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So that means that it's 8. It requires 8, and we've got 6 on it. So we're going to go ahead and send Rowan over there. And now we've got 8. They're all agility type, and we've completed the quest. We'll discard these over this way and discard this over this way. Cool, so we've completed an entire column. Good stuff. We're making at least a dent in these quests. Moving further on here, let's see. I think I'm going to send Katie on the Hydra Havoc quest, since it costs so much, has such a high level requirement, and she's level 4, and she has the same lead type of agility. And I think I want to send Galen over here on this quest for the Hungry Giant quest, so that we could stack up the strength lead types for this one. And then finally, I'm going to send Rurik over here on the guild quest or guild perk mission with Laney over here, so he's not so lonely anymore. Okay, cool. We're going to move into the next day, draw 4 cards, and see what we've got here. Okay, we got a lot of strength recruits this time. Maybe we can knock out this Hungry Giant quest. So it's 9 plus the 2, since it's got 1 above it, so it's 11. And we've got 5 on there, so we need 6. So let's go 3. And, ooh, actually, maybe let's go 4 and 2. Yeah, so we've got 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11, and we have completed the quest. Nice. Put those over this way, completed this quest, and we flip over the one underneath it, and it is the guild tournament. It's got a level requirement of 12, and it says you must send exactly 3 guild members for this quest, so we're going to need level 4s for that quest to complete it. Okay, unless we use the Elder Magi Skull Relic to nullify its trait. That's always an option. But let's hang on to that. Let's hang on to that for now. Let's send Morwen here on this Hydra quest, this Hydra Havoc quest, along with Katie. And you know what? We're going to send Jareth there too. So we're up to 10 right now for our level. We just need 1 more to meet the level requirement. But we have to keep in mind that we've got 2 agility. So if we put another strength recruit here, then the lead types are going to be even, and we're not going to be able to complete it. So we basically need either an agility or intellect as the lead type for the 4th recruit that we send on this mission. Okay, we're going to count down another day. We're getting down to it, guys. There's only 3 days left after this. We're going to get 4 more recruits here. There we go. Slide that up just a little bit so we have a little bit of room. Okay, we got a lot of intellect recruits this time. Fairly low levels. I think what I want to do here is send Yara on the guild perk mission. So now we have 3 over here, and we get one of these as a perk. And as tempting as it is to get an encouraging thumbs up from Laney, I'm not going to pick that. I can already tell you that. And then we've got Goblin Spleen Concoction and Digby. The Goblin Spleen Concoction, that is tough to say. The Goblin Spleen Concoction says, change a guild member's type to your choice and give them +1 level. And then Digby is so good. Add +1 to each guild member's level on a quest of your choice. I want Digby. Digby is amazing. We're going to send this card over here to the exhaust pile. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take Celine. She's a level 2, and she's got the intellect type, and send her on the Hydra Havoc quest. So we've got 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12, and the majority of the lead types here for the quest, or for the recruits on this quest, is agility, and that's exactly what we need to complete the quest. So we've completed the quest. Send these to the exhaust pile. And it says for Hydra Havoc, on completion, send one guild member from this quest to the perk mission. Okay, so we're actually going to take these 4 that we just got rid of, and we're going to send one of those on the guild perk mission. And I'm already seeing the Elder Magi Skull Relic, so I'm going to send Celine over there on the perk mission. Cool. Okay, guys, we only have a few quests left to complete. We still have this entire column right here, so it's getting pretty dicey. And it says that you must resolve this quest in 1 turn. We can't really do that. So I guess I'm going to start sending people over here to the guild tournament. I guess I'm going to send Garrick over that way because we do have Digby in order to increase his level. And then I'm going to send Gideon on the guild perk mission. Yeah. Okay. It's looking kind of grim. We're going to go ahead and count down the day, and we're going to get 4 new recruits. Send them in. Send in the recruits. Okay, we got some strength and intellect recruits this time. All pretty good level too. Wow. Ooh. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send Graham here. I'm also going to send Alara over here. And I'm going to use Digby. And Digby says, add +1 to each guild member's level on a quest of your choice. So I'm going to add 1 to each of their levels. So Alara is going to become level 4. Graham's going to become level 5, and Garrick is going to become level 4, and combined, that equals 13. And it says you must send exactly 3 guild members for this quest. So there we go, and we need 12. And there's no lead type, so we can send any lead type that we want. So we have met the requirement, exceeded the requirement, and won the guild tournament. This can be discarded over this way. We just have this 1 lone column left to go. We'll discard the Digby perk over this way. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Elder Magi Skull Relic now. Nullify a single quest trait and remove its lead type requirement. I'm going to use it on the rare ore extraction. So now it nullifies its trait, which says you must resolve it in 1 turn and do not send guild members here alone. That is gone, and it also gets rid of its lead type. So now we just need 7, a level of 7 in order to complete it. So we're going to send Ellie Jane and Brandor there. And we've got 6 so far. We just need 1 more in order to complete that. And we'll send this card over here. Cool. Okay, we're going to count down the day. We only have 1 day left after this. We get 4 more recruits. And let's see what we've got here. Well, we've got a 1 and a 1. So we are going to send Alicia on this quest. And now we have 7. And we've completed the rare ore extraction. Cool. Let's see what quest is underneath it. We're getting so close, guys. It's so close. Vampire Violence. Add +2 to this quest level for each adjacent quest. That's a pretty gnarly one. Fortunately, we don't have any quests adjacent to it. We've completed every other column. And it has a lead type of intellect, which is blue, and a level requirement of 9. So we're going to send Ragnar. Let me see. What is this perk? Okay, I don't want that. We're going to send Ragnar here. What is this one? Send a quest like a ring. 5. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send, I guess either way. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to send Fiora there also, and then we're going to send Talia to the guild perk mission, and we get one of these as a perk. And I'm going to pick Talia's perk here, which says this again, lower a quest's required level by 3. I'm going to discard the other 2 cards, and I'm going to play this perk immediately and lower the Vampire Violence quest level requirement by 3. So it goes from 9 down to 6, and we've got 6 on it right here. And we have completed the quest, and they are also meeting the lead type requirement. So we've completed that quest, and we'll set it over this way. And we've got 1 quest left here, and it's called Undead Uprising. Add +2 to adjacent quest levels. Fortunately, there aren't any. It's a level 7. We're moving into the last day. We need to shuffle up the deck because we don't have any more cards. And this is it, guys. It's do or die right here. This is going to be the very last day and our last chance to win. Okay, here we go. Get it nice and mixed up. And we're going to count down this final day and get 4 recruits and see if we can do it, guys. What do we get? Oh, man, it's so close. It's so close. Oh, guys, check this out. We're going to send Graham on the Undead Uprising, and we're going to send these other 3 to the guild perk mission, And we're going to get this again, and lower a quest required level by 3, and lower the 7 down to a 4. And we've got it with the 4, and we've got the lead type. We have completed the quest, and we've won the game. We've beaten Gamma Guild. There it is. There it is, guys. That was amazing. So as you can see, very, very easy to learn, very easy to pick up on. And I don't want to say hard to master, but potentially hard to master. If you make some wise decisions there, like we did, especially at the end, you could pull out some wins that maybe you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So it's really fun to play around with all of the different perks. There's a bunch of different ones that you can use, and it really makes you think. It's like a little puzzle trying to figure out how to get the perks to work to your advantage. And there it is, guys. There was a playthrough of Gamma Guild. Now, don't let this fool you. I have lost probably about 50% of the games that I've played. I think I'm about 50-50 right now. So that's been the win rate in my experience. So you're going to win some and lose some. So yeah, it offers a very good little challenge. But you know, you're also going to get some wins, and it feels really good when you do. So there it is, guys. That is Gamma Guild by Goblin Hour Games. If this is something that you guys are interested in, go ahead and click the link below, and you can go buy your own copy of Gamma Guild from the Game Crafter. So yeah, be on the lookout for this, guys. It's brand new. Please do check it out. Like I said, it's from the same designer that made Cursed, and this game is absolutely amazing. It won all kinds of awards on the Game Crafter, and for good reason. It is just a really solid game, and he did it again, man. He knocked it out of the park with Gamma Guild, another fantastic solo player mint-in game. So there it is. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave those down in the comments section below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you can stay notified every time I upload brand new videos. And there it is, dudes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you pick up your own copy of Gamma Guild and have as much fun with the game as I'm having. It is absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next time, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.